Abdullah doesn't smoke ganja. Abdullah doesn't sniff cocaine. Is that praising Abdullah?
You can say that.
Praising Abdullah would be, Abdullah is a gentleman. He looks very clean. He looks sane. He's a good person. He's got good manners.
Yeah.
This is how you praise someone. You don't say Abdullah didn't rape anyone. That's why he's a good man. Abdullah didn't sniff cocaine. You see how Abdullah's logic is? I'm sorry, I'm deliberately not letting him talk. Because every time he opens his mouth, he exposes his hate against Islam and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? This is why I have no sympathy for people like this. I have no sympathy for people. How did he praise the Prophet? He didn't beat his wives.
You're not letting me.
You see the point?
You're not letting me.
Okay, let me praise the Prophet then. Go on.
The Prophet Muhammad said the best of you are those who.
You keep repeating the same thing.
You're not letting me speak.
Yeah.
The hadith actually continues.
Okay.
The Prophet Muhammad said the best of you are those who are best to their wife, and I'm the best to my wife. So that means you're not supposed to generally not beat your wife in Islam.
Again, let me counter that. He's saying because the Prophet said, "I am the best to your wives." That means not beating your wives. Okay. Now let me draw an analogy. Let me draw an analogy. Abdullah comes to me. He goes, "I'm a good man because I don't sniff cocaine."
Yeah, that's a good example.
Is that not
negative?
Yeah, exactly. When you're trying to give a
me.
positive
And I say
impression
follow me.
to someone,
Yeah,
You don't start with the negative.
you don't start with the negative example. You don't say he's a good man because he doesn't poo in public, right? Or he doesn't walk around naked in public. You don't.
And I say follow me. Yeah, that's a good thing.
This is why I don't believe you're an objective learner. Because even when you want to say something positive, you are saying it in a negative way. You have so much hate and dislikeness inside. You need to cleanse your hate, man. You need to get out of this hateful mode. You don't praise someone by saying he doesn't rape people. Look, when I asked you say something positive about the Prophet, you said he doesn't beat his wives.
Yeah, because he said follow me. He said follow me, but he also said.
Okay, let's move on. Anything else?
He also said the best of you are those who are best to their wives.
Okay, anything else?
Okay, so that's one.
In the entire career of the Prophet.
You said I came here to tarnish Muhammad and I tried.
Yes, you did.
How?
I just showed it. Let people decide.
How?
I just showed it.
Said he didn't beat his wife.
Yeah, just
That shows it. That does show it.
If I was talking about you, Abdullah, in public, and I said, Abdullah, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is a very nice guy. He doesn't rape women.
Yeah.
He doesn't abuse children. He doesn't sniff cocaine. He doesn't carry a gun around to kill people. Yeah. What would you think of it? If I was praising Abdullah like that, what would you think of him? Please tell me, anyone?
And then
anyone?
What
would you think of him?
And then if I said follow my actions.
Follow my actions, don't rape women,
yeah.
Don't sniff cocaine,
So
because I don't do any of these things, so that's why you'll be good.
Yeah, that's a
How do you
thing.
praise someone? You praise someone by saying, you are a gentleman, you have good manners, you are good to people, you are hospitable, and you do charity.
But is it good? And he says follow me. He says follow my sunnah. So that's a good thing.
So Abdullah,
That's a positive
Abdullah,
thing.
my request is,
I could say, I've already given you the thing you don't agree.
is there anything else? Is there anything else? The third one. You said
ask me.
You said Prophet Muhammad is good. Of course you would speak. Okay, no problem. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a classic example of what we face in the park every single week. And the reason people like myself are disliked by Islamophobes, Islam haters, is because we expose them. What they do is, they come with these reports highlighted. Or you just left?
You won't let me speak.
Are you leaving or are you staying? Or are you in the middle? Are you leaving? Are you leaving or are you staying?
You won't let me speak.
Yes.
You won't let me speak and you think you won the debate.
Go on, come back and
There's
speak.
no debate. Yes.
You
So,
won't let me speak, so don't
Brother,
okay,
come back and speak.
Come back.
let me speak.
Come back and
You
speak.
came here to mischaracterize me and say, oh, you're anti-Islam.
Give him a minute to talk or two.
you want to speak? Come. Okay, bro. People are saying let you speak. Come and speak.
Abdullah, this is it.
Yeah.
I'll be silent for 2 minutes.
I'm going to remind you.
But he doesn't want to speak
He doesn't
anymore.
want to, he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to, no problem. I don't blame him. So many people come here, even when we ask them to praise the Prophet, has he ever done anything right? You know, there are Christian missionaries here, there are extremist atheists here, there are extremists, all sorts of people, right? Here, they come with quotes, they take online from anti-Islam websites, quotes taken out of context. I call them pixels. They ignore the image, they ignore the picture. The picture is what? The Islamic civilization, the Muslim civilization, our magnificent civilization, our libraries, our scholars, our philosophers, our poets, our hospitals, our libraries. For over 1,000 years, Muslims were on top of the world in literature, in education, right? In morality, in ethics, everything, politically, economically, militarily, you name it. Muslims dominated the world in all these fields, and Jews and Christians coexisted with the Muslims in peace and harmony. This is the Muslim civilization. We had women scholars when Europe was in dark ages. You do not have the history of women from Europe. There is no woman who came up as a scholar in Europe. Hardly any names. You can count them on your fingertips, right? But there are hundreds of women who were scholars during the so-called golden age of Islam. You know, there is a book titled Al-Muhaddithat. It's in Arabic, and there is an English translation of it. Go and see the biographies of women scholars in the history of Islam. So the point is, a lot of these people, they come with the pixel, and they want to deceive the masses out there. They want the masses to magnify the pixel and ignore the picture. You can never separate the pixel from the picture. The picture will only become clear when you step back and look at it, and then you will admire the picture. You know, when you go to admire some art, an artist, for example, you want to look at Picasso's picture, his painting, or Michelangelo for that matter, or any other famous painter. And what you do is, you go up to the painting, you take a magnifying glass out, and you go right into a corner, and you magnify that corner. And you say, look at this ugly picture. Look at this ugly picture. Look at this dark stroke. Look, this is how bad this picture. But then someone comes along, grabs the guy, pulls him back, takes him 15 meters back, and asks him to look now. Oh, beautiful, amazing. That's an amazing painting. That's a work, that's a masterpiece. This is what we are trying to do in the park. We're trying to show these objective learners and researchers the objective picture of Islam, the masterpiece of Islam, by taking them backwards a little bit and showing the bigger picture. Thank you very much for listening. Jazakumullah khairan.